we start the actual meditation period, maybe we can open it back up if people have questions about posture or breathing. In my line of Zen, what you're doing with your body and your breath are really important. I don't want to force that on anyone, but I do want to encourage focusing on breath for this particular meditation, and sound, which is the other vehicle we'll be using. So are we ready? Okay, well, let's get started. For thousands of years, people of different faiths have been using bells, sounds, to signal the start of worship, to signal the start and end of a meditation period. Sound plays a big role in our lives. In the Zen tradition that I'm familiar with, it's one ring to signal the start of meditation, and then claps of wooden blocks, which I should have brought up, but that's okay. And then 2 to signal the end. My first Zen teacher was unorthodox in a number of ways. And at the start of meditation sessions, he used to say, follow the sound of the bell to wherever it takes you. And since he passed away last year, I've been re-examining some of the things he said. And at first I thought it was kind of freewheeling. Hey, just do what you want. And you can interpret it that way. But I think he was saying something a little bit more related to Buddhism, and I think it's applicable to others. And I want to focus on both halves of what he said before we start meditation. First, follow the sound of the bell. How do you follow a sound? Where is the sound coming from? Where is it heading to? Zen loves questions like this. There's a koan, a Zen riddle that asks, why do you put on your robe when you hear the sound of the temple bell? The alarm goes, it's time to go to class. The kettle starts hissing, we pour our coffee or tea. We respond to all sounds, causes, and effects. But in following the sound of the bell, maybe it's a chance to step outside of that day-to-day. What do I have to do now? What's next? This is just happening. I have to do that. And instead, just follow the sound of the bell. And at some point, it's going to end. Or the sound is going to stop. Where is it now? Is it still in your head? Is it still out there? This may sound very sort of mystical, but it's not. It's a chance to focus. It's a chance to concentrate so as to crowd out all those other thoughts and worries, things that keep running through our mind, like 5 different radio stations all tuning in at the same time. So we dive into the sound of the bell so that there's nothing else. And then the second half is, where does it take you? My teacher wasn't trying to tell us what to do. And this goes back to the very words of the Buddha, who said, don't follow this path because your teachers say so, because you think they're wise, because it's traditional and it's been done for a long time, because they're true or they're right. Follow them because they work. Follow them because they help you get outside of your regular everyday consciousness. And if they don't work, try something else. So we're all adapting. We're all reacting to new sounds or the absence of sounds stuck here at home. And, some bells do a really good job of ringing for a long time, but you can get the sound of a bell from your cell phone, You can try, I don't know if this coffee mug, maybe not, but all sorts of household objects could be used to create a sound that you can follow. And it's something you can try, particularly in times of stress. Create a sound and follow it. There's nothing else in that moment but the sound. And then there's silence. And in that sound and in that silence, you can step outside of your regular everyday consciousness. And I've already gone for 5 minutes. So I talk too much, both in class and outside. If anyone has questions, we can open it back up. Otherwise, I'd suggest we start our period of meditation. Tim, if you'd like to time it, or I can time it as well. I'll start with another ring of the bell. Wherever people are at, whether they're seated cross-legged or sitting in a chair, doesn't matter so much, but I encourage you to sort of sit up straight, kind of on your tailbone, and relax your shoulders so that you can breathe. And when you're breathing in and out, you want to think about breathing the air in through your nose all the way down to below your belly button. This is called the hara, the 1 point in Buddhism and in martial arts. You want to draw the breath all the way in and then let it out. Don't try and go too fast. Don't try and go too slow. Be comfortable. So in helping to sit up straight, you want to put your feet flat on the floor. If you've got arms in your chair, you can just rest them, or you can just place your hands together, right, and put them on your belly. But again, whatever posture you're in, the goal is to be upright and relaxed enough in your shoulders, in your chest, so that you can breathe deeply. So if everybody's ready for that, I'll reset the alarm. And should we go for 15 minutes? Does that sound doable to people? Thumbs up? Okay, 15 minutes. Follow the sound of the bell to wherever it takes you.